Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 playing Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 8 and Third Reich events installed. We're gonna get the clock moving here. We have now firmly entered the phase of unit production. Yes, our land power effect. Land-based radar has advanced. We're gonna, well, I didn't like this number up here. So what I've done is I've even moved more people into officers, more research into officers, and also noticing this. Airplane radio communication. Okay, oh no, that's down here. And so we're gonna let the red clear out by retiring slots once. Yeah. Once the research is finished completing before I shift. And I just did a small reorganization here. You can see we have Fliegerkorps Ost, East, with the air units that are in the east here. Only the Luftfloat. We have Fliegerkorps T right now with only these transports. And then Fliegerkorps F. All those fighters. Okay, airborne unit training has advanced, okay. And we will end that for the time being. We still have C under C. The regional C will disappear and then we'll reorganize that later. Okay, assault concentration. Okay, yes, we're going to end that. And we're going to shift it to superior firepower because I need that as soon as we can do that. And twin engine fighter prototypes. That's going to be the one that we end here for now. Bulgaria, fuel? No fuel. Twin engine transport planes. Nice. But we're gonna do mechanical computing. As you can see, we're fairly well along on that, so we'll make sure that's all in the green. Get that done as quickly as possible. Add the bonus from Zeus, the Z1. Now we're already up a little bit, but okay, battle fleet concentration. Currently we have 2 slots here, so we're going to cancel this one. Move over to electronic computing. Are we at all now? Straight. Things like advancing the computing technologies, the sooner you get those, the more leadership you get. So that's imperative to do that, in my opinion, sooner than something like improving training for naval units that may be important, as well as, I'm going to say as well as training, because if you notice we're not necessarily... Oh, basic education, great. We're not necessarily training up all of our ground forces either, is heavily. Okay, yes. We'll switch that to advanced education. As you've seen in this series and the previous one, I value highly building up national infrastructure, national capabilities, particularly in the early years before the war has started. Because I don't look at this as like a quick campaign where superior generalship and units are going to just take out France quickly, or similarly for Russia. I think I'm looking at the long campaign, and since you are going to be facing Russia, briefly France, and Britain and the US, potentially 3 of those all at once. No fuel. No fuel. I am, working it that way with... Well, I'm just checking here to see. We've got that we're building up, and we're losing there. I'm gonna let losing that for a little while go, but not too long. Japan. No fuel. The US trying to sell me fuel. No fuel. Okay, machine gun cannon combo for fighters. Got one off, yes, and that's... Read that up. I'm gonna switch to broadcasting here. Alright, rare materials, we like that. We like that from Argentina as well. What's our relation to Japan? Not entirely surprised, but I do know it's way down here, so... No, we're not there yet to get them on the axis. Take a quick look and see how they're doing. Oh, wow. Don't know how well they can trace supply now through their allies. So my understanding of the mechanics is all these nationalist units down here are now out of supply, even if they're as factories local to supply them theoretically. That's changing in Hearts of Iron 4. These factories, not that, because we don't know exactly how many that are here, but not that they would be enough supply for this pocket, but it would supply them. But I do believe they don't trace lines through it, and I don't think the AI will use transport stuff to fly in supplies. So since their capital is here, Chongqing, which is about ready to fall, they should probably have some airports. I don't know how many up there, but I'm shocked that that doesn't have airports. As I've said in great big letters on my thread at times, the Hearts of Iron 3 map sucks. It really, really sucks. Almost in my opinion, you could theoretically put a level 1 airport in about any province. I remember a long time ago on one of the forum threads for parts of Iron 4, there were a bunch of people arguing back and forth about air resupply and how you couldn't airdrop fuel. If you ever tried airdropping fuel, blah 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 blah. And these are people who, you know, in the military, they've been involved with it and tried to airdrop fuel or something like that, and how dangerous it was. Now, well, air resupply is not primarily air supply like at Bastogne, where they flew over and dropped supplies from parachutes, or like you would to support a paratrooper landing. Air supply is just that each one of these provinces either has a level, flat enough area somewhere in it, or there's a road somewhere that they can cut down the trees on either side of it just enough to create a landing strip. You fly in, you offload the supplies, and you fly out. No refuel of aircraft set up, no rearming of aircraft set up, no maintenance set up. It's just land, unload, and take back off. So just about any of these mountain, jungle, somewhere, if there's an army division there, they can quickly make a flat enough area for air resupply. So the idea that Chongqing, the capital, and yeah, I can see a bit, if we went and stuck a level 1 air base everywhere, it might be a bit problematic. But someplace like this, not to have at least a level 1 air base, which there, you know, to me, level 1 air base is an open field. A lot of the early air bases for the RAF and the fighters, because they were fairly lightweight compared to bombers, they were just dry. A lot of British fields aren't dry, but a dry, sort of a little bit upland, flat field, farm field. It was large enough to take aircraft on and off of, not runways, not organized up, with a fuel truck or some other fuel tank, a shed to do some maintenance in, and you know, stack of bullets to rearm. So the idea that Chongqing doesn't have a flat field somewhere that they don't have you know, a few guys who can do air maintenance, whether they're Russians or American AVG volunteers or whoever, you know, they've hired to do it, or just some local Chinese to do some maintenance, do some rearming. Now, they might have a situation, if the Japanese haven't killed off all their aircraft, that they have way too many aircraft to support from a level 1 air base. That's quite reasonable. But that they don't have it is just sort of shocking. I know I'm ranting on about this, so we'll get back to playing. And so when we're looking at a level 3 or level 10 air base in Germany, that's a, you know, paved over, maybe multi-direction, so you can take off into the wind, lots of maintenance facilities, you know, lots of stored up fuel and all those good things. That's what that's talking about. Okay, now here we are for the third International Winter Sports Watch competition, basically. So we can cancel it if we want, but if we do it, we're going to spend some supplies. We're going to lose some descent, which would be nice. Would end our thing. Lose a little bit of manpower just to host and run the games. But we'll get we'll improve relations a little bit with the nations who participated and increase our mountain warfare training. So yes, now, the training is, in my opinion, is a bunch of people training up for the competition, and obviously only a few actually get in the competition, but a bunch of practice and that, and also figuring out what equipment works and how well and that kind of thing. So yes, okay. Ribbentrop and Warsaw. Which one's, I'm going to look a little closer at that one. There's Ribbentrop. I don't know that this is actually taken in Warsaw, but it's covering the city of Danzig there. And they're discussing, during the discussions of the requirements of the German minister with Josef Beck, who does not agree with him, which allows only for Germany to provide far-reaching facilities in the Pomerania, which is this area. So that they want to build new, improved, Germany wants to build new and improved transit air facilities in the region, and of course wants to own the territory once they do so, or as they do so. And the Poles aren't agreeing to this. Okay, let's... big thing is that one. I just get it to green, so if my eye catches that it's changed substantially. Which will get some more of these units into production. Air superiority tactics, great. But we're going to jump over here and increase continue mass events. Yes, okay. Reorganize the Luftwaffe. Yes, we want to do this. This is the final reorganization. It returns a bunch of officers and some supplies because it's basically a streamlining of. No. Okay, Commando Rowell. That's him. It was set up a special command for reconnaissance flights. Some squadrons set up for long distance reconnaissance over enemy territories because of the sensitive nature, meaning if you get shot down, you've now shot down violating enemy airspace. Unfortunately, we cannot, in game mechanics, fly over airspace that isn't either ours or our allies. I wish you could, and these were some of the units that did do major flights over the Soviet Union, doing reconnaissance while they were still at peace. And that the aircraft, my understanding, was at least generally speaking scrubbed of German insignias, and often they were flying without German uniforms on. So if they were shot down or something, you can go, well, yeah, that's a German type aircraft, but and we must have built it, but where are the markings? And you know, no one's on board carrying identity documents or uniforms or whatever, so that those are dead bodies, but we don't know whose they are, kind of thing. That's how it was set up to be. Obviously everyone would know, but it wouldn't be a generally readily provable fact. So we can build this, which will cost us some supplies, a little bit of energy and metal, and I've put some, particularly now at this point, because we're not flying over the Soviet Union, if you take this, you will hurt your relations with France, Belgium, Netherlands, and Poland, because these are nations that they were flying over as well. And they know you're flying over it, obviously, because they catch glimpses of them. They spot them, but they don't think they had any significant shoot-downs at these covert missions, but some of the nations do. But you will get some improved training for tank levels of ground and pilot, and you will get some units. So yes, we'll take that. Right here, and we'll stick it, since it was historically right under there. So we got another light bomber set up. Okay, now we're into the Eisenhower and Bismarck production. No, I don't hate them, but I do want to get... Okay, we need another steel factory, I think. Switch over to resource. like I think I said before, you check over the province to see what the raw unchanged level of steel is at 20 or 13. So this looks like the best to target what provinces, because this is the adjusted number based on the various techs and the number of steel firms. So aircraft finish earlier does help. It doesn't help as much, but so we're going to get that up there. So we're getting a lot of that in. We're just barely in the green now, it looks like. What I'm sort of worried about is here is when we change over to war economy. We're just not doing that because of the massive hit of consumer goods. No, I haven't done the math to see whether 25% increase in ICs equals more in the consumer goods, but you also get the daily descent increase in the reduced leadership modifier. I'm willing to take those once we're at war because of other things, but it does sort of balance it out a little bit. The officer keeps that up, but worried about those, and here as much as well, because we're going to jump from 5% to a 10% increase. Obviously can't do this at the moment, but which we can. But that's going to shoot up our effective numbers of ICs, which would supposedly, I do believe, increase the demands for resources. So that's what I'm sort of concerned about. We got some time before that hits. Okay, a couple of more basic infantry divisions. We're going to have some of those coming pretty soon, which will lower our cost of production. There we go. For at least a short time, that'll do. Now we're okay. Finland, yes. Romania, yes, just because we have enough money. Not because I really want the fuel. Uruguay, no. No, no. The airborne unit command and control has advanced. Critical technologies, but I want to push here. And armor plating has advanced. Are we even researching armor plating? Oh, these are looking at the wrong thing. We probably spotted it before I did. What's this armor plating? Okay. Now, we're going to shift this over to agricultural. Which will increase our manpower. Production, in essence. Okay, that's good. Now, we're not yet in 41 or at war or some of these other things, but okay, well, we've got most of what I consider the essentials, so we'll do radar, which will help unlock these. And I ran. Money for rare materials, yes. So it meets my agendas. Self-propelled artillery brigade. Oh, we got 2. Okay, our range finding equipment and artillery carriages. Yes, we want to do self-propelled artillery. Medium. See, we're now up to 100% officers, which is good. Okay, naval HQs have advanced. Just check, yeah, we're still good, not pushing too far ahead. And airbase blueprints have advanced. Okay, so we just need more aircraft for that one. Yeah, we'll push ahead on the railroad. And let's... Yes, I thought so. Go to air... or marine HQs. We'll add them to there. Germany's naval infrastructure there. Cruiser crew training. Like I said, I'm going to keep at least one tech slot active here, improving things. I know it isn't a critical role to winning this game, but we're going to do cruiser warfare because we're working on that eventually there, so Italy are good friends. All right. Okay, I've been waiting for this event here. Chang Wei Ku. He is the adopted son of Chiang Kai-shek. Very interesting guy. I don't know. Well, I think he's until we go. I'm gonna hope this event works right, but it wasn't before. I'm not sure. You may have noticed. Let's see. I think it's under Chang, so I'll just go to see here. Yes. You may have noticed when I scrolled through in there, I did add him as a German general. He was not a general. Obviously, he was not German, but he was in the German army at this time. And he has both mountain troops, mountain capabilities, and armor capabilities. As you can see him pictured there in the German officer's mess, even though he's basically some sort of NCO. You can use him, perfectly legitimate to do so. He that's a marksmanship lanyard. He also earned I think above the basic mountain alpine, completed the specialized alpine warfare training, thus earning him the coveted Gebirgsjäger, elite Wehrmacht mountain troops Edelweiss sleeve insignia. He earned that. I don't think they just gave it to him. I think he went and earned it. And he was also and I think it may say that here, I'm not sure, for the Czechoslovakian occupation. They were preparing for the war, of course, but for the occupation, I think just of the Sudetenland, or maybe the full occupation, I'm not sure just off of memory here. I'm just quickly scanning this as I'm doing this stuff. He led a tank company. He was tank platoon. Sorry, tank platoon. He was obviously the leader in his tank, and he commanded the platoon under him. So obviously he spoke enough German to get by. I don't know how good his German was, but he spoke it, I presume, fairly well to get through all those courses. So he has armor training, and just as in a practical sense, commanding a platoon. So you're perfectly able to use him. But I don't know if this is going to work right. What this is supposed to do is, I've been having some trouble with this event. I don't know. Let's check this again. It's supposed to kill him here. Oh no, it's still here, damn it. Don't know why this event isn't working. Maybe it will before, but because you can kill units or officers with the command. And there is another event, because he doesn't disappear. There's another event to give him to China at about the starting of 39 as a general. He when he did return to China, he really didn't command any field commands. I think partially because Chiang Kai-shek was a bit, I don't know if paranoid is the right term, but he was very worried about some of his generals getting too sort of powerful, too powerful, too independent. Again, I know a lot of the Chinese are complaining about the mechanics here, but there was a certain truth of it, that they were maintaining some of the better divisions in and around Chongqing, even though the fighting in actuality was much out here, because he was afraid of the other generals deciding that they should run the place and take over, as well as he wanted the elite divisions to face off against the communists once the Americans defeated the Japanese. Chiang Kai-shek called the Japanese a disease of the skin, and the Chinese communists a disease of the body, and the disease of the body is what he saw as the real long-term threat. So I think he kept him as a loyal officer back in Chongqing, and he was definitely one of them that fled with the Nationalist Army to Taiwan and lived many years after. So unfortunately that may not working, and I don't know what. I've tried several times. So if you want, you can continue using this German general, and if you notice, he doesn't have the German general trait, he has the Chinese general trait there. And so, and actually the to kill him off, because there's two Chang Woes in it, one for China and one for Germany. So that's because you wanted to do that, not kill off both, just kill off, and they have different numbers, same pictures, same name, but different. Computer sees them as two different generals. Okay, armored HQs have advanced. We're going to not more for HQ is good to have. Medium artillery brigade. Be here, cool. Used to be motorized artillery brigades. Switch it to integrated armored fighting vehicle support battalion for some brigades. Not everybody gets it, but some will. And level 3 armor HQ, 2 more Panzer Corps HQs, yes. I want that. Regroup it. What we're doing now, a cultural magazine, published in Linz, promotes sort of the more high culture aspects, if you will, of Nazi Germany. So publish a magazine, we'll gain a little bit there. Okay, Anti-Comintern Pact. In February 1939, Hungary signs the Anti-Comintern Pact. So we have the choice here. We can decide not to allow the Hungarians to assign, which I think would be a mistake at this point, because we've given the Vienna Awards and whatnot, or we can have them sign, which will improve our relations considerably with Hungary. Get a little popularity gain at home. Now I want to see how Hungary is. Well, they're getting better there. Not so much, but okay, 124. Yeah, I guess so. 24 centimeter, 240 millimeter. Flying boat prototype has advanced. We're going to switch it over to there. Single engine fighters. I want to win that air war this time, both in the west and the east. Okay, naval bomber prototypes have advanced, so we will do fuel tank research. Okay, Westwall Aachen-Saar-Programm. as you can tell, the West Wall wasn't a single unified, you know, go in, design it all at once, and then we're going to build all these fortifications. It was growing and expanding. Don't entirely understand. Okay. I believe this is the entrance here. This is a machine gun covering the entrance. See, like, I'm not sure what that represents exactly, but there goes in, and that's another, like, you know, pistol or MP 38 machine gun like position, because you come in through this door, through here, and into here, these are beds, I presume, multi bunk mark stacks. Go into here, and here are your main weapons bays. This is the front. The enemy is here, so the enemy can only shoot at your primary wall. I think this may go up to a cupola for observation, but the idea is you would you know, I want to show it with my hands here, but you would draw it here with it. You'd angle one so that the front is here, but you're shooting out of here and here, and so that there's overlapping fire. I guess just as easy to say, overlapping fire, and obviously you have to get to the flanks to move forward, and these would be interspersed amongst some of the other bunker types that had a more direct forward firing, I believe. So this will significantly increase our defenses. On the most cases, and there's been talking, and maybe it should be a secondary, another, you know, you don't get a choice because obviously you decided to build the program beforehand, but to have a greater one. Most of the ones without the Rhine there, here are level 2. Most of these are level 3. It wasn't. Well, I think they've overdone the Maginot line in general, not just Black Ice, but. And this just throws them right onto the map. It doesn't do construction. But I've yet to really have, if you put these in and I'll show you later, some divisions like here, 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 and here, that can move rapidly to, you know, regular infantry divisions to any attack. It normally is enough to hold them against whatever your attacks are. And again, we're down into negative elements in steel. Let's buy some more US steel. What? No? We've hurt our relations too much? No one wants to sell us steel anymore? Oh, I think it's that. Again, don't do anything while that's red. I mean, don't click on the production button, as I said earlier. So let's give it a day to readjust things. Okay. See, briefly we lost, we've lost the land power effect. That, I think, is because of our ICs or something that are too far, we're too far in the negative there. And it's an engine problem, not a... Now will you sell? Yeah, that's what was causing this problem. Right. I may have been making them go haywire too. May have been all the nations. Okay, armored car designs have advanced. improve our light tanks. Okay, the 1939 Berlin Auto Show. Same as the earlier ones. There's the poster, there's a ticket stub from it. So we gained some research. Yes, we want to reinforce the 7th Flieger Division. We will put it in the production queue. Get both those produced pretty quick there. All good. Now we're land power back because of this. Okay. Industrial zones have advanced, so now we're 1% up on those and down a little bit. Percent. We're going to let this go. Blitzkrieg. Tactics. Yes, we got a lot of units to deploy. Okay, I think this is a good point to have a break. We will continue this series. Again, thank you for liking these posts, and all of you are making comments. It does improve things. Thanks so much.